Hi friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. Hello friends. Hello friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. Hi friends. Hello friends, and welcome back to Abridged by Alpal. I think that's the channel name that I've decided on. I've gone through many iterations. I really like that it's a little bit vague so I can talk about more than just books, as well as it matches the name of my store on Redbubble, so I kind of have that consistency, which I really enjoy. I think it proves the point that I put all the books I've ever logged reading into this video, and also that I was a pretentious child that wanted my Goodreads to look like I had read a bajillion books, but also wasn't willing to lie about which books I had read. If you asked me to put American Royals by Katharine McGee into a genre, I actually probably could not tell you. While I was in college, I was a teaching assistant for an American history course, and so it just really, I think, feeds into that part of my brain that I'm like, oh my gosh, how different could the whole thing be if he hadn't made this one decision? But it's wrapped up in a teen romance drama style of story, and I just think it's so cool and it's so fun. Allie, what lip gloss do you use? Vaseline. It's the best. When I added these editions to my library, it was probably the happiest day of my life. Those are the leather-bound editions of Warbreaker and Elantris. No one's surprised. I love this book so much. Here's what I was trying to show while I was avoiding making decisions. Artemis Fowl was almost certainly recommended to me by a librarian. I don't actually remember how the series ends, but there are individual things oh my gosh, they're in some sort of submarine and they realize that they're going to run out of oxygen, and in order to conserve the oxygen, they're going to knock some people unconscious. And there's a centaur character. He really does not like the idea of being knocked out. At first, Artemis just knocks out some other characters, and then the centaur's like, oh, thank you for doing that. I know that I'm probably the heaviest breather of all, so it would have made more sense to knock me out. And then Artemis knocks him out anyway, and I just thought that was so funny, and I do think about it all the time. I feel like hardcovers with dust jackets make me angry. I'm actually super excited for this video, and that surprises me because this is a hater video and I am not a hater by nature. I'm definitely a lover. I prefer to enjoy things. I had the idea to go and read some 1-star reviews for books that I loved, and it was making me kind of sad because I was like, no, I just like these things. And I was looking at all of the books that I've read recently, and a lot are in the middle of series, and then I came across the perfect book and I was like, oh my gosh, I want this to be a hater video. And so today I'm going to be reading 1-star reviews for a book I do not like, and that is The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. We're gonna take a little bev break.
I knew the last paragraph in the last book before I wrote the first book. So far I have managed to not be hit by that, because when those things came up, I managed to find a way to make them work as a strength instead.
The feel, it's not even a scene, it's a feeling, a tone at the end of the book. So I always know what I'm going for. I had know about 4 or 5
get there, it's gonna help.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the gravity of it is enough to pull me that direction.
Okay, this man needs to go to jail. There are some very popular series that aren't on this list. First up, I think, is Harry Potter. Another series is The Chronicles of Narnia, and that is for purely personal reasons. When I was reading Voyage of the Dawn Treader, I had what I think is my first panic attack from a scene that was not scary at all. It just for some reason just really got into my bones, and I hated it. My favorite series of all time. And this series is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. For me, this series is very nostalgic, which feels a little bit messed up to say about a series about children dying, but hear me out. I'm gonna say Greg. 8 out of... I guessed 8 of those right. So our first matchup is have our AI go sentient or be the first person to get a superpower. Now I know that the second one might actually sound fun. For me, I'd hate that. I would say that I enjoyed this book a 6 out of 10, but the craftsmanship of the book is definitely an 8 out of 10. Wow, it's not about 360, it's exactly 360. How exciting. We love that. I'm realizing that half of this list is romance-y, which is funny to me because romance isn't a genre I do read a lot of, but apparently when I enjoy it, I really, really enjoy it, and I stand by that. Oh, Oh, I'm actually so happy about this one. Pride and Prejudice. I really like the way that this series made me consider what makes a person and at what point in their journey of change do they become someone else entirely. And it's genuinely because he's willing to commit war crimes. She very begrudgingly admits that she loves Dane and that they're family, and I just thought that that was really endearing. I mean, she's got such a baddie attitude, and then for that, I'm just like, ah ha ha. I have been sat here for so long that a fully charged camera battery died. I hope bad entertaining and not bad boring. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week. Bye!